2K Sports.
This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backboards to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match where it's a backboard duel. Those are always fun.
And the starting line for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside. Towns and Gobert. And court guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in the small forward position.
On the offensive end, Trae Young makes a huge impact. He can carry a team.
Gobert with a screen on Young. Russell and guarded by Cabell. And Russell gets it to go.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Murray, no good. And so is Russell with the bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Edwards with the screen for Russell. And it's off from three-point range. Murray against it. Murray, no good. Inside Edwards. Executor from 14. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Here's Murray. The Hawks again can't hit. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one following loss to New York. Outside Russell. Collins against Towns. It's held in by Clint Capella.
And I was sure that was money on that one. Everyone is afforded an easy misser, too.
Yeah, especially for the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to run into again.
I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive the second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about. Threatening with that attack.
Hunter gets it. Young inside. This game is 30 points. The second effort, and he shoots the layup. Young's got 6 points. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Steps back and fires. And the shot is off.
All period has been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And last year, Minnesota State to their season in their 10th playoff appearance. They made their 9th first-round exit.
That's to Gobert. Russell against Young. Russell kicks to Edwards. Over Murray. And Towns closes it down.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Back to Murray. Pass to Hunter. That's in there. Murray with the assist. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchises, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
Murray, the pass to Young. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
It's hard trying to knock Young off his equilibrium. Great concentration on the finish.
Towns in the corner. A shot, no good. Collins with some nice D. Hunter pushes to Young. Passes to Collins. Shoots over Jones. Gobert pulls it in.
Right thing there to stay tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And Russell hits it to go.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Young pass to Murray.
Oh, fuck.
Off target from outside.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he like that one back.
Edwards with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Edwards inside. He's against Young. Edwards can't hit. And so it's Curry who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. 3-point lead. Shoots the three. That shot's no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter.
Something's missing. And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can resolve this everything. He is so good at attacking the rim. It's rare to see him
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense, the numbers just pile up.
His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. O'Connell's checked in for Clint Capella. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Collins. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre. And it's Bob Bowden in for DeJounte Murray.
He can be the cornerstone on a contender. Probably a little draft. In the arena. Tonight, he's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that.
Young Kaminsky. The pass to Bogdanovich. The Hawks can hit. Craig and Ray Jones to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go. How does he take the next step?
For me, it really seems
And we know he's capable of those memorable moments. There's a good screen. Prince outside. Three off the ball. The Hawks lead by 6.
Here's the freaking lead.
Young, right side. Outside, Bogdanovich. All good from outside. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Prince.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a... That's the result.
Hawks making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. That is his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Tries to turn. Bogdanovich, no up. Timberwolves trail by 6. And Ring has it in the corner. And he completes for it.
really solid right off the bat.
Atlanta's gone 0 from 3-point line. Nothing yet going outside. Outside Griffin. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. That's a floater goal. Rebound Minnesota. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And the last time they faced this club rebounding, it was their big advantage.
Anderson hits three. Drills the three-pointer. Now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Here's Hauser. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer off the block. Takes it inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, one of the biggest challenges for a player.
It's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy. But you really want to keep focused and sleep and eat right. Vital.
1:30 left in the first. Bogdanovich passes to Hauser. They double in the quarters. Bogdanovich and Anderson down to 5 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich, no one.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Outside Anderson. And 1-on-1 left here in the first quarter. At the top of the key, Reed. The shot comes out. And it will go the other way. Now here's Griffin. He's guarded closely. And the bucket is good. 3-point player chance here for them.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Jordan McLaughlin's checked in for Rivers. The Atlanta hit their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Griffin no good on the free throw. Smitty, you got to love how the big man Okongwu is developing.
Kevin, especially from a defensive perspective, he defends the rim with confidence. And I also like his shot selection.
Anderson outside. Over Okongwu. The Timberwolves again can hit. The Hawks leading. The Hawks have made 2 of the previous 3 in today's game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one, Foster.
What it must be is the efficiency of Bogey's game. He works so hard to develop that consistency. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
McLaughlin, pass to Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. From deep point range, he doesn't have it. Trae Young is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And this has been a fairly close game to the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. After the Hawks
Why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
On the court for Minnesota. And the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Then it's Russell. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Knight at the center position. Back to Collins. Young from outside. They get it back. Collins picks on him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 3. Edwards can.
I'm not sure what
That's crazy.
Murray, he's checked in for Griffin. And a change for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in. Here's Russell. 20 points for him last game against the Knicks in New York. Edwards against Murray. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Wiry strong. If you're going to get physical with Murray, you better go the rest of the way to prevent the and one.
And a big trade this last summer was Murray coming to the Hawks. Paid a hefty price, but Atlanta feels he and Trae make a great backcourt pair. Hard to think of a more deadly backcourt in the East.
Young looking around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Fearless attacking the heart of that defense. Young is willing to take punishment to get his points.
Guys, no question, Trae Young is one of the most exciting players right now in the entire league.
Kevin, everything is within range for him. A great passer and shooter in his own right. Young can take over a game any given night.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
You watch some of the best defenders in the league. They're flexible athletes, and Murray has that.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks. Here's Young. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Edwards. Lays it up off the glass. Edwards got his first bucket of the night.
And even when under duress, Edwards stays calm, which is what allows him to still score on tough defense.
On its way from Young for 2. Another miss by Young. Timberwolves trail by 5. Russell with it. And guarded by Capella. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Second free throw, no good. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Edwards passes to Anderson. Oh, good with the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Austin Rivers comes in for D'Angelo Russell. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Noel in for Edwards. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Young against Rivers. Fires for 3. Young's shot is off.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Towns, and Towns throws it down.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
It's Young on the wing. Karl-Anthony Towns with the rebound. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
Towns, the pass to Reed. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Nifty move. And it's Murray laying it in. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
I like this about Murray. He wants to challenge inside, inviting the defense to collapse on him.
Here's Towns. Collins with some nice D. The Hawks leading by 3. Pass to Murray. He dishes it to Capella. He kicks it to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Count that bucket. Young's got 17.
Whether it's on the drive or from the outside, Trae Young is a problem, a dangerous scorer.
Here's Noel. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hunter on the wing. McDaniels defended. Young's shot is off. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Knicks in New York. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for McDaniels. Edwards comes in for Noel. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Rivers. Russell against Young. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 10. Prince with a screen on Young. There's Russell with a 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Young. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks. It's Russell with the drive. And he uses the glass on the layup. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Attention to detail is what's helped Russell improve his scoring ability every year.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. A nice shot by Young.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Now Young. 21 points in the game.
Them overcommit.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game.
Something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
Young's shot is off.
And the rebound battle split even.
Again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Young up top. He's guarded by Russell. And Okongwu slams it in.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
Russell with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. They get it again. And Reed has it in the corner. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Hawks leading. Young pass to Bogdanovich. He kicks it to Okongwu. 1:32 left to play here in the second quarter. Young's shot is good.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Edwards with it. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Really has an off night. He was all alone on that one. Russell's got 15.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Young pass to Griffin. Here's Hauser, defended by Towns. Pass to Young. Here's Hauser, fires from deep. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Russell dishes to Prince. No good on the triple. So Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
And it's sent back by Russell. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
$15 seconds left now here in the second. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land. Russell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for Minnesota. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, you guys have built a lead. What is the key to maintain?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
The bench is one of the strengths of this team with some big-time scoring power. They've carried the extra load offensively.
And that's an advantage not every team has. Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting. A peek at the latest returns.
All-Star voting this early is just a popularity contest. Guys who are well-known and guys who are good with social media.
All of that is true, Shaq.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Collins and Capella man the post position. Murray is the shooting guard, Hunter the small forward. And it's Young in at the point. So that's the Hawks 5. Murray for 3. That shot is off. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. You know, Smitty, last year, the Hawks' top 4 leading scorers were all 24 or younger. That is amazing.
It is, Kevin, and at the top of that list is Trae Young. He's a player Atlanta can build around. It's a matter of finding the pieces to put around Young to complement his game.
And they pick up 2. Murray's got 7.
I just love this kid's fearlessness. Goes right at him, draws contact. It doesn't matter to him.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And just look at how he navigates. His athleticism is eye-opening. And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Young against Russell. Here's Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Nice smooth stroke. John Collins has improved his confidence from mid-range.
Russell inside, defended by Young. 2 points, that one goes. Russell's got 22 points.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Outside Collins. There's the dish to Young. 6 on the shot clock. A three-pointer is right on target. 27 points for him.
This is what Young is known for. A lights-out perimeter shooter with a lightning-quick release.
Young against Russell. Gobert with a screen for Russell. Anderson finds Prince. tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. The Hawks trail by 3. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
The Hawks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Edwards, he's checked in for Noel. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Russell. And here's Anderson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Tipped away. Shot clock at 5. And Capella sends it back.
What a block by Clint Capella. Flying in with those long arms for the no.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Good on the triple. And the Hawks with possession here. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done. He plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. He can help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors a defense by not overextending.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Taurean Prince. Here's Hunter. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Reid has it in the corner. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Murray finds Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
McLaughlin, the pass to Edwards. Kept alive, Minnesota. Gobert makes it off the glass. Gobert's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
And they continue to control the glass.
Young from outside. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Thursday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings.
And for that game against Los Angeles, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Bogdan Bogdanović, he's checked in for Trae Young. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Bogdanović.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
Here's Edwards. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And you look at Anthony Edwards. And, G.A., he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Griffin's checked in for Atlanta. Bogdanović passes to Murray. Driving in, and it's Murray with the jam.
A tough cover because Murray thrives in the pick and roll. He can beat you with the shot or the pass.
McLaughlin, the pass to McDaniels. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
This is what you do when your opponents try to take away the 3 and the painted area.
Here's Murray. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Bogdanović. He's around 10 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's Frank Kaminsky in for John Collins. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
How is it possible? Wide open to him.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
An explosive athlete with the ball in his hands. DeJounte Murray doing a dance and creating space for his shot.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. Atlanta making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Taurean Prince comes in for Reed. And it's Noel in for Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Here's Noel. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Here's Kaminsky. That misses off the backboard. Timberwolves leading by 9. A pass to Noel. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Towns.
Well, the Hawks have their centerpiece. Trae Young is that guy for them. But now they have to figure out how to surround him.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for the Hawks, Smitty, their roster construction is something they are tinkering with right now.
They're not in a bad spot. It's actually a good spot to be in as a franchise. They know the makeup and direction of the team, Kevin. It's a matter of finding the right formula.
Griffin passes to Hauser. Kaminsky against Prince. Pass to Bogdanovich. Rebound, Minnesota.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's McLaughlin. Prince in the corner. Over Kaminsky. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kaminsky kicks to Griffin. Pass to Bogdanovich. This one for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. McDaniels got 6 rebounds in the game. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Passes it to Kaminsky. Bogdanovich inside. Got a hand on it.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
It's stolen by Kaminsky. One-on-one here. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3-ball for these guys.
Edwards has come in for Noel. The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scorers in the NBA over the last month. Second is Anthony Edwards. In the third spot, Trae Young.
What a threat both of these guys have proven to be, especially over this stretch. Scoring machines.
First free throw is good.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
So he gets them both.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Bounce pass Bogdanovich from 13. Kaminsky misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Edwards finds McDaniels. Lets it go from 14. Edwards can't hit.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. 1:07 left in the third. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Kaminsky dishes to Bogdanovich. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bogdanovich has got 8 points in the quarter.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Edwards kicks to Rivers. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's Griffin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he can't get the first one. Young's checked in for Atlanta. Russell, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Over Young. Russell, no good. The Hawks trail by 9. 1 second separating the shot clock in game. To the middle. Here's Kaminsky. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
That will count. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The official.
The previous play is under review.
Right before we go to the fourth.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game. And really, it's about getting the call right.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Back to the action in just a minute. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Taurean Prince is out there with McDaniels. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low.
And John Collins does just about everything you'd want your big man to do.
Greg, what I like is he can shoot it from deep. He's still someone who is improving defensively, and he's a guy who wants to keep developing his overall game.
Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in.
And Collins is shown to be a game changer on the floor. The problem for him has been staying on the floor. Has fought the injury bug his whole career.
Here's Russell, and he drives in, and the rejection by Collins. Edwards can't hit. The Hawks trail by 5. Lobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Terrific move by Collins, an emerging big man who's still reaching his potential.
For Collins, he has yet to play close to a full slate of games, Greg, in a single season.
Collins has missed time in each season he's played. He's young enough. A few years of good injury fortune can change the narrative, and let's just hope that's the case for his sake.
Murray outside. Pass to Young. Takes a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Young. Edwards against Young. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Lets it go with a 3. It's good from long range. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Here's Young. No good that time. Nice D from Russell. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And here's Edwards from the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. Now here's Murray. In the corner, Collins with it. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's the guy you want to set up. Collins has brought in his arsenal. That time, getting it done with the catch and shoot.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert comes in for Towns. And it's Noel in for Edwards. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thanks, David. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Capella. That one, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Outside, Russell. Passes it to Noel. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Reed misses.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
No, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Russell passes to McDaniels. To the inside. Gobert. And finished off by Gobert. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. For 300. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And although he's still a new kid on the block, he's very crafty, and Russell does a great job of just frustrating the defense there.
Free throw good, Russell. And so Russell hits them both. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. And the pass to Okongwu. Dishes it to Murray. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Minnesota calls timeout. Some changes for Minnesota. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for McDaniels. Edwards comes in for Noel. And it's Rivers in for Russell. Murray against Edwards. Gobert trying to get open, and it's good. 2 points. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
And it's Young. That time on the assist by Murray. Young's got 31.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
Up top, Edwards. He's covered by Murray. Edwards can't hit. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And the foul called on Edwards. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Collins finds Hunter. Murray against Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Well, we know Murray lives with the ball in his hands. That's what makes his improvement at the line so crucial.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Noel in for Edwards. Now Rivers. Left side Anderson. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you see Anderson each year becoming a little more consistent from distance.
Young with the ball. Murray outside. Fires from the line. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Murray's got 14 points now in the second half. And here's Rivers. Deep 2 from Anderson. Rebound by Murray.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
To the paint. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Young against Rivers. Kicks it to Prince. Gobert with a screen on Hunter. Prince's shot is good.
Had that one in his sights. 2, his 5th triple of the game, second this half.
The Hawks trail by 7. Murray the pass to Young. And it's in there. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Good scoring field by Trae Young inside, finding a path to a beautiful shot.
Anderson outside. It's Prince on the wing. Hunter grabs the miss. For Atlanta, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. Here's Collins, and easy 2 points on the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Rivers against Young, driving the lane. Here's Gobert, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
When Gobert gets in deep, that's often your best option, is to wrap him up and send him to the line.
Minnesota making some changes. Daniels is checked in for Prince. Edwards comes in for Noel. And it's Russell in for Austin Rivers. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Murray. With some arc, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside, Russell. McDaniels kicks to Russell. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Hawks. Murray's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
I love that Trae Young puts his passes on target and in spots where his teammates are comfortable playing.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's get an update on Clint Capella with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Hawks head athletic trainer. He's calling it a high ankle sprain, and he told me that he's currently in extreme pain. And that's a potentially devastating injury that will keep him out not just the rest of the day, but quite a while too. That was just awful, too. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
I mean, a devastating blow, to say the least.
Young with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And we continue to see Young take on more responsibility, welcoming the challenge to go to the line.
That one drops. He ties it up.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
1:16 left to play in the final quarter. Murray against Edwards. That shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Murray against Russell. to take the lead. Young's shot is off. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. Russell dishes to Edwards. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Gobert. Out to Russell. Over Young. Gobert trying to get open. Count!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
And the Hawks making a change here. Griffin's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Gobert. And it's Taurean Prince in for Anderson. Griffin finds Young. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Collins a screen on Russell. Young with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Here's Griffin. Can't get the three to fall. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble a game.
And they go to the intentional foul. Gets the first, then makes it a 3-point lead.
People are holding their breath a little, wondering if Edwards can take care of business here.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're trailing by 4. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. For the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. This win sets a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Rudy, what did the bench do to help you get this win tonight?
They've been huge. You know, they brought us back in the game, and everyone contributed. You know, it wasn't an easy night for us at the beginning, but we kept fighting, and it's a big win for us.
I'm sure you want to keep it going, man. Congrats. Back to you guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As New Balance presents our player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.